We're at Oxford Brookes University in the teaching building. Beside me is a multi-million-pound investment designed to revolutionise how the STEM subjects are taught here. It's a massive, complex vision that brings this site together with a workshop just around the corner. Today, we're going in for an exclusive and deep dive tour to see how the new buildings have transformed learning and collaboration, and to learn more about the vision behind this stunning reality. Let's go. We're here with the man behind the vision, Jerry Woods, Director of Estates and Campus Services here at Oxford Brookes University. We've got just a couple of questions for you for today, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Sustainability was and is central to the estate plan. How does the new estate balance environmental responsibility with cost, functionality and user experience?
Sustainability is a really big and important part of what the university, like every university, is looking at in terms of its net zero journey. And I think what we've done here, we've tried to incorporate things like natural light into the building. And I think we've created a really important environment in the sense it's giving natural light for students on art programmes. It's allowing us to deal with residual heat from a lot of the high performance computing we have. And I think we're managing to do that in a way which is much more sustainable than it would have been in the last location.
And what role do you see the Headington campus playing in the overall estate strategy?
I mean, it's absolutely central to it. Our Oxford campus vision is very much about bringing our 4 campuses into one here at Headington. Ultimately, it is a space that is usable by all students, whatever courses they're on, and this is part of that big journey.
Amazing. Should we go and have a look at the space?
Come on, let's do it.
Lovely. So Jerry, now we're standing in the finished space. How closely does it match that initial dream? And what will be the biggest game changer for the faculty?
I think it does match the original ideas that we had around how we wanted the building to feel. I think we've managed to kind of capture that feeling of bringing the outside in, so it feels a bit like a street that you're walking through. There's lots of space for students to break out from classrooms and have informal conversations with either fellow students or with staff, and I think it really achieves that brief. And I think we're really proud of what we've done together with Willmott Dixon, so it's fantastic.
It is clear that a vision like that needed an interpreter that can think about architecture differently. This wasn't a standard setup. It was about connecting places that offer high-spec technical spaces to connect departments and people and offer opportunities. I caught up with Glenn from ADP Architecture to see how they approach the designing of the brief. Hi Glenn, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for agreeing for this interview today.
You're very welcome.
Glenn, just to start us off, when ADP first took this project on, what was your primary goal?
Our primary goal was always to understand the vision and the needs of the client and all the users of this building, and how we can bring something that benefits not just the university but the context, the area and the public that use this site as well.
Well, you've definitely delivered. It's a lovely space. It'd be fantastic to have a little look around. Would you mind giving us a tour?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Glenn, can you tell us more about how does the design connect the Headington Hill campus with the Clive Booth Student Village and Gypsy Lane sites?
Well, that was one of the most exciting things about this project. This is a beautiful parkland site, conservation area, and it's had a rich history from a stately home with the listed Headington Hill building, and then now in the stewardship of the Oxford Brookes University. So it's about how we breathe new life into this asset, which was quite underutilised.
Bricks and mortar are one thing, but Willmott Dixon is about delivering outstanding projects that are sustainable and meet the needs of communities and future generations. So what does this facility mean for the community right now, the faculty and the students? We're in the workshop area of the teaching building. Let's find out and ask Professor Gordana Collier, who is the head of School of Engineering, Computing and Mathematics. How do the new facilities change or improve the student and staff experience compared with the old campus setup? Do you have any examples maybe?
Absolutely. Students attend classes more. As you walk around the building, you will see that these open spaces where students can work collaboratively. They just found their home, and they are at their home all day, maybe even at night.
I love that analogy of home. It sounds like a big family coming together.
It is indeed. They all know each other, and it's a great place to bump into so many people you know. It's just beyond anything we expected.
We're in the workshop building to see Tora, who is a final year motorsport engineering student here at Oxford Brookes University, actively involved in the successful Oxford Brookes racing team and contributing significantly to their Formula student success. Hi, Tora, hi! Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, thank you for taking the time out today to answer our question.
Of course.
And how would you describe your experience using the new workshop so far?
So this experience has been nothing but positive. I remember the first time I walked into this building, it truly felt like it was built just for us, the students. It caters to our education, where we can both learn all the theoretical as well as the hands-on practical work.
It must give you that sense of kind of confidence and comfort, having that grounding before you step into the next level of work.
Yes, exactly.
Have the new buildings changed maybe how you study, work on projects, or collaborate with others?
Yeah, for sure. We get to work right in the same area as our bay, so we have a working table where everyone's on their computers just 10 feet away from where we're working on the car. So it's really a great place to come together and bounce ideas off of each other and develop our knowledge as engineers together.
This is where the magic happens, but building these highly technical spaces smack in the middle of a live university campus is no joke. It takes serious logistical planning. Let's find out from the guys that took the vision to reality how they managed it. We're here with Mark Tugwell, Deputy Director of Estates, and Neil Ward, Assistant Director at Oxford Brookes University. Tell us a bit about your vision around the move from Wheatley to bring the facilities here to Headington.
Well, I arrived here 6 years ago to find a building designed that Wheatley wouldn't fit into. So it was an opportunity to reset and start again. We found some brilliant architects that understand that you should build the building around the need.
Next question, how did you ensure that the design and construction met the evolving needs of both the technical and the creative and academic departments?
It's all about getting the right people in the room really early in the design process. You really need to get everybody together, see what's really, really needed, and then have a really, really clear brief.
Also, what goes into it is a huge amount of detail with lots of technical requirements. There were lots of specific areas that we had to drill into in real detail, really get under the skin of what the technical requirements were.
What is this new space going to bring for the university?
Key thing for me is it brings engineering into the centre of the campus. It gives us a real sort of world-class facility for future motorsporting engineers. My favourite bits are really over in the workshop building. It's all just state-of-the-art equipment in a really collaborative environment.
A vision like that needs a partner who understands the inner drives and aspirations of the project and can see the path to make it happen. This wasn't a standard build. It was about creating bespoke, high-spec technical spaces. I caught up with the Willmott Dixon team to see how they approach the delivery of these unique spaces. John, Bryn, thank you for joining us today. We've got some questions lined up for you, if that's all right, to learn a little bit more about the building. Firstly, when you joined the project, what was your primary goal for the relationship with Oxford Brookes, and how did you ensure you were building exactly what they needed, not just what was on the drawings?
With any customer, your primary goal is to build trust. And it's not always about the specifications and the drawings, because there's always change, and especially in a building like this. It's about building that trust, engaging with them.
And what were the key constraints on the site of both buildings, and how did you handle those?
It's very much about the footprint. It's probably the biggest building we could put in the space that was there. So the sequence of the build was quite rigid, and so it had to be done in a particular way.
How did you communicate with the customer? And what was different about this project, about the customer engagement approach that you took?
I did a lot of tours here, didn't I? So I was doing, I was bringing around students the people that be actually utilising this building, the end users, and seeing their face, it was priceless really when they were walking around the building and looking at it during the construction phase. And you can sort of add your personal touches into certain areas, from obviously speaking to certain people about what they want and how they feel about certain areas of the building.
Fabulous. And I mean, looking around now, what specific element of the finished building are you personally both most proud of delivering?
To me, it's the space we're in now actually. The Hella upstairs and a nice workspace for the students here. But it's nice to see it being used now, and it's just an excellent view.
Willmott Dixon aims at leaving a lasting legacy that goes beyond the building itself. During construction, there were 54 people on work placements, 16 people that benefited from new jobs, 27 events for careers guidance, and 39 apprentices. Ewan has studied a BSc Quantity Surveying and Commercial Management at Oxford Brookes University and was on a placement with Willmott Dixon when the construction was taking place. He has now joined the team as a management trainee. Let's see what he has to say. Ewan, hi there. Thank you so much for joining us today in this beautiful, beautiful building. Ewan, how have you benefited from being a student on placement for 14 months on this project?
So coming on placement benefited me massively. Being able to apply what I've learnt in uni onto a real life job was amazing, especially a job where it was at my own university, so it's a bit more special than any old job.
And how did the placement compare to maybe what you were expecting?
I think coming in I was expecting to be shadowing people a bit more, just looking over shoulders, getting like a glimpse of everything, but actually my responsibility was way more than I thought.
Hi, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. Good, thank you. So how would you describe your experience using the new spaces so far?
I think using this building has been very positive. It's been very enjoyable. I think it's very open, very bright. It's very collaborative, which is important for a student.
And what do you like most about the new facilities and why?
I think the new teaching rooms and the lectures, the group areas, I think it makes studying much more enjoyable. You get to sit and talk with your friends, whether it's in a group setting, whether it's doing assignments, it's much more fun.
An incredible transformation from ambitious brief to world-class reality, ready to inspire the next generation of innovators and leaders. A huge congratulations to all the teams at Oxford Brookes University, ADP and Willmott Dixon on this spectacular development. Thank you for joining us on the tour today.